My boys, I finally got in. What's good with y'all? It's your boy Horizon. And this past weekend, I was actually able to get onto the Halo Infinite test servers. The first time around when this came out, your boy forgot to sign up. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot to sign up for it. Even a friend of mine trying to help me out by letting me play on his account. It wasn't working, so I am a little late on to the party. I made sure to not watch anything on the game. I've heard some things, but I just wanted to get a true, real first reaction to it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not disappointed. Now, this video is just me talking about some thoughts and concerns that I had with the game, and some potential ideas that most likely won't happen because they're not gonna listen to me. But just kind of about my opinions on this so far, on how multiplayer is gonna be. So if you're new to the channel, we do a lot of different things here, for having playthroughs to just having videos like this, me talking about it. So if you enjoy the video, make sure y'all go ahead and leave a like, and also consider subscribing. It keeps me motivated. So with all that being said, let's kind of get into some of these topics I want to talk about. Okay, so I played a couple of matches, about 6 or 7 games or so, all PvP. I wasn't really feeling the whole fighting the bots thing, and that wasn't really for me. I wanted to make sure I got into the PvP time frame so I can really get a true experience of how multiplayer is going to be. And I can say I definitely enjoyed my time playing. Now, when I first started, it was a little rough. My first game was rough. I didn't get it. Okay, the overall experience was a bit different. The gunplay was a bit different. The movement is a bit different. It feels great. I'll get to that later, but it is a bit different. So I sucked. Now, my second game around, a lot better, did a lot better. So the first thing I want to talk about will be graphics. Now, I get it. Horizon, are you trying to criticize graphics on a pre-build of the game? It's a beta, bro. Yo, shut the fuck up. Listen, so far, if this was to come out right now, in terms of way that it looks, the graphics alone, this would be fine. I think this looks great. Now, I'm pretty sure this is what we're gonna get. For the most part, this is what we're gonna get. It might be tweaked a tad bit, right? I'm currently playing on a Series X. I didn't see some dramatic graphical flaws or some shit. I don't know, I'm not really a big graphics guy, but this is Halo, okay? Halo has never went downhill, unlike other games like Call of Duty. Okay, once they set a bar, the bar continues to go higher and higher and higher. They don't backtrack. I think the graphics so far this game look great. Now, why am I touching on graphics? Because honestly, that's the first thing you see when you play a game. That's the first thing you notice, is you look at it and you say, damn, this game looks shit, or damn, this game looks very beautiful. And when I see this, I said, damn, this game looks really fucking good. So that's why it's my first point. Now, my next topic is going to need a little introduction. Now, I've played every single Halo that matters. And what I mean by that are Halo games that really attempted to modernize the entire Halo experience. So the 3 games that I'm referring to would be Halo Reach, Halo 4, and Halo 5. Now, while 4 and 5 may not be the best of games, they still brought something to the table that wasn't there. Now, Reach introduced the entire concept of Halo having a sprint system. Now, granted, it wasn't an actual, everyone press RS, we can sprint type of thing. It was introduced in the form of an armor ability that has long been taken out of Halo games, but it still was the very first Halo that actually had a sprinting system in the game. Now, 4 introduced loadouts, which I'm glad are gone, and vaulting. Now, that was I would say 343 really trying make Halo, the entire Halo experience, is very comparable to a, let's say, Call of Duty. Because again, you got to remember now, Halo is a first-person shooter, and the Halo experience is very unique. Okay, and that's one thing you can say about Halo. Now, Halo doesn't play like any other first-person shooter you played in years, until Splitgate came out and stole his whole fucking flow. But but that's cool. But still, it had a very unique take on the first-person shooter experience, which was like none other. So again, 4 introduced that vaulting, and then 5 took everything from Reach, and 4 kind of combined it in some weird ass way, and now we have Spartans with Titan abilities from fucking Destiny for some reason. But again, like I said, these aren't I'm not necessarily saying these are the best Halo games. I'm saying that they brought some to the table that wasn't there prior to each other, I would say, right? And I guess you can say that can be said about all Halos, but these 3 really kind of turned the tables in a good and bad way. I feel like Infinite learned from mistakes of all 3 games and definitely capitalized on all of them, which will go into my next topic, which is movement. Now, the movement in Halo Infinite is pretty crispy. I definitely fuck with it. Again, like all 3 games, like I mentioned, I think this was the perfect mixture of all 3. They learned, 343 learned from their mistakes of 4 and fucking 5, and they also took some notes from Reach. And I think that they made the perfect concoction of making a Halo game be able to fit the modern FPS mold. And I'm gonna keep saying fit that role mold, because let's be honest now, Halo, if Halo stayed the way it was, it might not be as successful as it is. And I get it's debatable, but I'm just saying that's my opinion on it. And that is, if you want me to expand on that, that is a topic for a different video. But we're just talking about the movement on the game alone, and I think the movement is really good. I don't think that they try to do too much. It's a perfect balance. Sliding is back in the game. I think that's great. I'm glad boosting while it's still in the game, it is now a power-up or an armor ability. It's not necessarily, again, fully integrated in everyone's armor. I gotta find the word for that. I don't know what it is, but you're gonna say fully integrated into the game. It's just a power-up. You can pick it up just like the grappling hook. And yeah, the grappling hook is another one when it comes to movement. Pretty cool. I thought it would be different. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Pathfinder. It's kind of stiff and loose at the same time. You know, it leaves room for a lot of different things you can do. One little idea I have is like, what if you're able to use a grappling hook and be able to disarm people with it? That would be pretty cool. I know you can actually attach the grappling hook to Spartans. Now, while I tried to do it once in game, I wasn't actually able to. I canceled it on accident. So I don't know if you can pull them towards you on some Scorpion shit, or if you get pulled towards them. Either way, I think it's a really cool concept. And yeah, so when I first seen the trailer, I thought it was dope, and playing with it, I still think it's dope. But let's get into the next topic, which is the gunplay / weaponry. Now this topic is gonna be pretty short, because like I said, I only got to play maybe about 6 to 7 matches. Well, I think that's enough time to kind of feel like the overall like gunplay of the game. But again, I'm still not familiar with weapon names and such, so I don't want to get into that too much. But I do want to talk about the new pistol. Now, I don't think the new pistol is a replacement for the Magnum necessarily, in terms of like the Magnum's not gonna be in the game at all, and this is the new Magnum. I don't think so, right? So I think this pistol will be the replacement for the Magnum, in terms of this will be the new secondary weapon that you get standard instead of the Magnum. Because again, over the years, the Magnum kind of felt like a primary weapon in a sense, especially in Halo 5. You know, if you're given the Magnum, you can just run around with the Magnum and you'll be just fine. You don't really need to use the assault rifle or such. But with this new pistol, it feels true in a sense to a sidearm. Like I said, just overall the gunplay feels pretty good in the game. There's a few weapons like that I know I don't really care for, like the skewer, which is like a fucking harpoon gun. I don't really like that. That shit was kind of stupid. Everything else was cool. The commando was cool, and I think and then the sniper felt pretty much the same, and it sounded pretty good. And again, I can't really talk about too much when it comes to weaponry, because I don't really know all the weapons in the game. I know they brought in some new shotguns. I didn't really like them when I picked them up, but again, I don't know the names of these weapons, so I can't really speak on them. Let's go into the next topic, which is map design. So the maps that I played was, again, I don't know the names of these maps. I really need to know the names of these maps. So the first map that I played though reminded me of Valhalla, just the way it was set up. Not the entire map, obviously, because Valhalla is more of like a spread space. This was like a circle, and I didn't care for that too much. I think the map is still cool, but it's definitely a smaller map. I played on that map. I played on a map that's like a marketplace or something. That's my favorite map. I think I really like the way that it looks, and I love like the way that the lanes are all set up on that map. And the other one I played was like a facility or something like that. I didn't care for that one too much. I think there was another one that I played that was kind of enclosed, but I don't really remember that one. So yeah, but the maps are the designs. It's a Halo game, right? Halo maps for the most part are never really trash. So after all that talking, my final topic is a concern, and it is an armor customization. Now, Halo Reach is my favorite Halo. That game's armor customization, in my opinion, is top tier armor customization out of any Halo, and I don't think there's any debating that. Armor customization pretty lackluster over the past couple of years. 4 and 5 is pretty bad. 4 being the worst I think of any Halo I've ever played, and then 5 being just as shit, but just a tad bit better. Looking into Infinite and what they're doing, I definitely think that they're bringing that back in a way. Now, my only problem with it is the shaders. I'm gonna keep calling them shaders because that's what they are. So over the years, everyone knows that you've been able to do whatever you want when it comes to your color of your Spartan. You can make that do blue and green or whatever the fuck you want. That's just been the thing, complete freedom. But with the shaders, you can definitely smell the microtransactions coming from a mile away. Now, this isn't something completely new. Okay, hey, my Master Chief Collection kind of already has this in the game, so this system isn't new. I'm not like a huge fan of this system, but I think it can work, so I'm not really knocking them too much on that. Again, I'm just gonna wait for the full game to come out to really kind of critique, but again, I'm pretty sure this is what we're going to be getting, so at the same time, I'm not going to be expecting anything too much different. But that's the real concern I had, because again, I'm a really big fan of Halo customization with armor, and like I said, it's been pretty bad over the past few games. So I really wanted them to capitalize on that on this game, and I feel like they did. Each piece will go back to being customizable. It won't just be like how 4 you had like a set to choose from, and 5 it's like the body can't make any different. You can change the helmet, but in this game, look like you can change your shoulder pads, your knees, all that stuff. They're bringing that back, which is really dope. So my final verdict on all this is that the Halo Infinite beta, we're going to call it the beta, it is dope, and that Halo Infinite is going to be a really dope game, and I'm really excited for it. And I know I've never jumped ship. I've been a true fan, and I'm gonna tell you how it is. If the game was ass, I would have straight up said this game is ass. But I really do fuck with it. So with all that stuff being said, these are my thoughts on the Halo pre-build, beta, alpha, omega. I don't know what you want to call it, but that's just my thoughts on the game so far. As we're recording this video, this weekend, Big Team Battle will be dropping for it. So I will be playing that, and hopefully I can get a real video out for y'all that isn't me talking and me actually just playing the game. And hopefully something funny happens. I don't know. If it's not funny, I'm still gonna post it anyway. But if you made it in the video, I'm gonna just go ahead and say thank you, and consider subscribing, because you watched all the way to the end, so you must be interested in the video. But yeah, go ahead and consider subscribing. Also leave a like on this video. And yeah, again, this is not a review on the game, it's just my thoughts on it. But as always, man, it's been his boy Horizon, and I'm signing out. Peace.